Hey, what is going on, good people? And welcome back to Save the Irishman's Life. So where are we? Potentially about to decide our fate here. Let the drums play. Yeah. So this woman is our last hope.
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen. But those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Uh-oh.
Hold it!
Nice, just in time. This better be good. Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. Okay. Sounds like we still got a bit of work to do. What was this guy's voice again?
What are you saying?
Counsel!
I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean?
Oh no. What's the judge up to?
Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once.
When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand.
And then the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
Okay, he's slamming the desk now.
If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus?
What? Now, she did go a bit shy in her testimony when we pressed her. And what was the specific question? It was something like, what did you guys talk about after she climbed out? And then she sort of went really shy and said, like this and that, or whatever. So, yeah, maybe there is slightly more to this. And damn, looks like the courtroom's filled. All the silhouettes in the background. Oh no, 2 lives! There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. And it is safety save. Let's go. He wouldn't have been put there after he died. Oh. No, I don't think he could have stuffed a fully grown geezer in that, where she was hiding. He was in there already? I don't think that's true. Maybe there is another entrance. Yeah, because the window up top opens, right? If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way. Oh no, he's not happy of that.
I wondered what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic.
That sounds bad.
But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see.
Okay, this isn't the usual gimmick where it's like,
You idiot!
and you just get a life immediately removed, so maybe we are onto the right track.
Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door, the other has only windows.
Okay.
Fixed windows which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
Hell yeah, object to that. The window up top. But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered. Good old desk smash. What? Desk smash versus desk smash.
Oh really?
Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Grab the sword and point. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. Collective gasp.
Alright, Counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Here is the omnibus on which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim entered the cabin?
You never know, but I don't think we need to safety save. I'm confident we'll first time club this. Up a bit? Yeah. Take it. Double death slap. The answer is obvious. It can only have been the Skylight.
I say, the Skylight?
Objection. No, you shut your damn dirty vampire mouth right now.
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However...
Yeah, shut him up. The Skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through. Shut up and let us finish a sentence.
So you claim, but do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory?
Good point. Now we are at a crossroads. Both him and her said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor. Hey, I bet it was that... Who's the guy who owed money? Was it... Fairfield? Fair something? Bruce? Something like that.
Yes, which has already been explained. As the sound of the victim falling from his seat, having been assaulted with the dagger.
Yes, it has, but would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses describe? It would be a decent thud, but... A noise loud enough to cause her to let out an involuntary cry, in fact. Yeah.
Good gracious!
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it. Here we go. Okay, we haven't actually had to hold any evidence up yet, so far so good.
You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible.
Is it? How can you be so sure? Now, I did try to examine the sort of hook or catch on the skylight. I guess it would have been like, yeah, I don't know, like 7 episodes ago now or something, but it definitely didn't mention that at all. But we could examine the skylight in general.
Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen.
Good point.
And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony.
Unless they're in it together. Well, yes, that's true, but... Wait, did he hold it himself? What? The Irish fella said hold it? Might a humble fella make a wee comment here? Ah! To be sure now, the 2 fellas who were sat on the roof to testify afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... Aye. What? 'Tis a case of them being unable to say. Well, I think perhaps the 2 fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. We just not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Her.
Oh my goodness, surely not.
Those 2 chaps on the roof? You mean the ones who stuck that knife into the man were... Ah! Who's holding it now? Okay. Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer?
You rotter, he said! You rotter! What are you insinuating?
Maybe we'll finally find out what's under his hat.
This is a flaming outrage. I've a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute.
He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, and so will I!
You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker. Almost said shitty gentleman.
And me, a very angry hatter.
Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. It's... Ah!
He's chewing his cane again, so we must be onto something.
I protest in the strongest possible terms.
That's right, I protest too! About you, you rotten scoundrel!
Interesting.
Order! 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 This is not the time, witnesses! I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. Ha! It's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, you know.
My lord, if I may comment,
Go ahead.
it was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof.
Shit! He's on to us! Accuse? I never intended to.
It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. You propose to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events.
Could it be the money book again?
You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimated their criminal guilt. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation.
Interesting. I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. Yeah, you can if you haven't got any... what do you call it? Substantiative evidence? Something like that.
What are we wasting time for? Get them to testify. I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We have to see this matter through now, one way or another.
If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once.
Oh, yo, everyone's getting the chant started. This is going to piss the judge off so badly.
What's happening?
The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy. Uh-oh. This is bad.
My lord, you will take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the indictment brought by the defense.
Yeah, good point. Actually see what their viewpoint is on it, and if we can't pick any holes in it, then it's a baseless accusation.
Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
Okay, so far the Irishman is alive. There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep on pushing forward. Okay, still only got 2 lives though, right?
Refuting the accusation. We were the only 2 people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that.
If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed?
He looks terrified though.
In any case, neither of us knew the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
Okay, he's really angry here.
The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof?
Okay.
I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine
Yeah, good point.
how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck
Yeah, good point. That's really open in public.
without the other noticing forthwith.
I more meant members of the general public, not the other asshole. Good old Baker Street. That's right, you see.
We're innocent, I tell you. Although, logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion of one another.
What?
Eh?
According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings.
Okay, so that's a very, very big hint there. That's what we should be looking for. Ah, well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favour, really. So why do I feel so uneasy? Well, you know the vampire's just going to object to anything we do.
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord. Cool. Okay, so potentially about halfway through. Let's get a little safety save again. Right, I don't think we've lost a life so far this episode. So far, so good. Right, let's just go to the end one, because that's really blatant, where he's just like, where's your proof? So I suppose we could press that and then potentially present something. Right, and now they've spoken about everything, we'll be able to quick mash through this in future, which is even more excellent. So do not press present. So let's see if we can somehow look at the catch now. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. And the blood stain is directly beneath the window as well. Perfect! I think we've got it! Yes! Let's press it just in case. But I think that is exactly what we want to do. Just chuck an omnibus in his face. Proof.
That's right, I demand to hear it.
We came here to say what we saw, I tell you, not for this.
But you call us both shysters, brand us as criminals.
Shouldn't it be shysters?
You call us liars, that's what he means, and accuse us of doing it.
As it stands at the moment.
Excuse me.
Wait! Oh, and what would that be, fella? Wait, that's a complete wrong voice. No, please don't take a life. Have a coin. Ah! Phew. Oh, but I bodged that up. No, by the same time. Oh, I'm just mashing through all this, sorry. I don't really know anything about the Irishman either. It's so hard to know what to believe here.
I think we should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of a trial.
Evidence.
No one can argue against decisive evidence, including the members of the jury.
So you're saying that what we need now is to find a conclusive piece of evidence.
Yes, precisely.
Okay, quick mash, yeah! Boom, baby. Right, so we actually messed up by doing that, but let's try and chuck a bus in his face.
Objection.
Oh, the music didn't stop, this is bad. Let's just consider the implications of that. No, we got this again. The judge is not happy. Damn it. Right, let's press again. And we should be able to mash through the press, which is good. Hold it. Yeah, blah blah blah. But wasn't it the Irishman talking? Oh no, because it was him who gasped. No hard evidence. Okay.
Ah!
If I don't crack this case soon, he'll crack his teeth. And then she's going to do the loop, right? Okay.
I wonder if these two men really were involved in some way.
I couldn't say. I mean, I don't know anything about them, do I? Although by the same token, and then that's where we picked it up. Come on. Okay. Definitely press that, because if they were up there with the corpse, let's find out a little bit more. So at no time did the victim climb up to join you on the roof deck?
Absolutely not, Dickon.
Would you call me?
No question about it, he said. None at all. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here.
Is this true?
No, he was asleep, wasn't he?
Dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately.
That's an outright lie. Without doubt you were engaged in Mortal Kombat! Or is it Monkey Combat?
Let me stop you there, fella, and ask, do you have any evidence at all
Ha!
'Tis all about evidence in the court these days, so it is. You do well to remember that.
Ha!
I saw you with my own eyes! Oh, but the girl looks exactly like the victim, right? This is going so well. And they didn't change the statements at all. Okay. Press this. Because now we can say not if you were in collusion of each other, right? Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark, perhaps too dark to see clearly.
Is this some kind of a lark?
Is this some kind of a joke, he said? Is that what this is?
Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly.
Are you fair dinkum, sir?
Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you.
I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again.
That's extreme.
It was extreme, I tell you, and we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any true gent would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked.
I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella, but you see, I was away with the fairies and I didn't hear you at all.
That's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone.
Yeah, the thief. Now, 'twas a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. 'Tis hardly surprising.
Seeing things? Seeing things?
I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point.
You.
Don't take it personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in this case, then 'tis only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about.
This isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really.
Okay, this we could potentially pick apart. Although we are saying that about every gimmick so far. So you had never met him before?
Oh, lum, no. Not once. Never.
He'd never met the man before, he said. Never.
And you had no prior dealings with the victim either?
That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir.
No, I imagine not.
You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have to... Okay. Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin.
Excuse me.
Here we go. Let's turn it up. Get spicy. Yes, counsel, what can I be doing you for? Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder.
What are you insinuating now?
Ah! It has been too long, so it has.
Eh?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date.
I beg your pardon?
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
At an unconscionable rate of interest, you've tricked me. It's extortion.
Well now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another.
Ah!
Oh yeah, we brought this up earlier in the case. I'm young lad.
Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir?
You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat sliding about on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it?
Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door.
Oh, is that the gimmick? He's made such a bad hat, it just keeps falling off. Here, the perfect fit, is it? Well, it is a very distinctive design, so it is.
Many customers like it, I tell you. They'd like a distinctive touch.
Customers? Such as him?
Ah!
There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence of harm, my lord.
This you mean?
Well, it looks patchy as hell. I can't help thinking that poor fella's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say?
Oh. That's one of my hats.
Aye, that it is. So it is seen the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer I'd wager you could have had a wee quarrel over with the distinctiveness of the goods.
Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir.
Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. I rest my case.
You little weasel. Ah!
He's better at this than I am.
Gosh. He's certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he?
Please don't let my little interruption hold up the proceedings. Okay. So I guess we can either chuck the photo or the ledger here. Let's do a quick safety save. Test it, and if we get progression, well, we'll be leaving it there anyway, but yeah. Okay, here, so let us chuck this.
Objection.
Oh, the music didn't stop. This is bad. Game over. Damn, that sucks. According to the verse, yeah. Damn. Righty, guys, we've got the safety save, so we'll leave it there anyway. But if you like the looks of any of the suggested videos flooding your screen right now, check some of them out and let me know what you think. We got some good ideas for some future videos because we should be getting done with this sooner or later. If you've missed any great Ace Attorney catch up, and as always, guys, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.